All know out there, it is Obon season over here in Japan again, where 60% to 70% of the Japanese people in Tokyo and around Japan go back to their hometowns. They buy tickets. They're running around like crazy. They're trying to get on the Shinkansen. All they want to do is go back to their hometown and celebrate Obon. So as you can see, they're shopping for things to get on the Shinkansen and bring it back to their families who live in the rural parts of Japan, like Niigata, Nagano, Yamanashi, Chiba, far away as Hokkaido, and they're asking for information and they're buying things for their kids and grandparents and stuff, like these little items here where you can buy these little capsules, and inside of it is like a little statue of a little boy or a little girl, little animal and things like that. It's a hot commodity over here in Japan right now. And you can see that there's many of them. So they buy cakes and candies and little treats to bring back to their hometown. But these girls over here, they're definitely from the rural part of Japan and they're going back to their hometown. But for me, I'm going to definitely get myself a drink and drink the sweat. Many people here in Japan actually have been asking me over the 25-year period that I've been over here in Japan if there is some kind of similar holiday in Western countries that is similar to Obon. Initially, 25 years ago, I used to tell everybody, no, there is no such thing. And then some people said, well, Halloween is kind of like it. And I always said, no, not really. But when I did my research into Halloween in America is not exactly the All Saints Day that is global. So, yeah, while Halloween in America is more commercialized, it's more for the kids, it's more kind of like, for candy stores to make money and things like that. But if you look at the history of basically the Catholic religion, and it's All Saints Day, and they kind of like a long time ago would welcome back to Earth, souls and across the world. And so if you look at Halloween historically in England and Europe, there was kind of a sense of it being more kind of like a sacred, holy thing. In America, we kind of like take holidays and we commercialize everything so that big corporations can make a lot of money. And I always forget about that. But if you travel around Europe or other countries that, even Mexico too, Mexico does the same thing. It's not commercialized over there in Mexico, but they do the same thing where they accept souls from I suppose, heaven, and they honor them and they give food and things like that, and they have like really bright altars and churches and things like that. So yeah, Obon is not just a Japanese thing, it is a Western thing too. And it's funny because, like, when I first got here 25 years ago, I was animate. I always said, no, Halloween is not like Obon. But, when I learn otherwise, when people correct me, I check into it, and boy, I was really wrong. So I did have my Pocari Sweat, and it was so tasty. Why do they call it Pocari Sweats? Yes, I did say sweat. That's what the Japanese call it. It's kind of a sports drink, supposed to be scientific. Anyway, so this basically, Obon is a Buddhist, comes from Buddhist celebrations, and it started about 500 years ago in Japan. And there's also a dance called Bon Odori, and it's a quite amazing dance. They dance around a kind of like temple like a miniature temple. By the way, if you guys want to buy something like this is like a miniature house. We're not selling it or anything like that, but you can buy these and you can set them up in your house. They're quite cute. A lot of people like them. I'm going to visit my friends over here at the Hard Rock Cafe. This is what I do for every Obon. I am American, and so as an American, I don't really celebrate Obon. Yes, I am at the Ueno station. That's where I'm going. I'm visiting over here because this is where the Hard Rock Cafe is. And like I said, I'm going to visit some friends over here, have a few drinks, and We are going to put two cheers together for the Obon celebration. And I have some questions for you guys, okay? And please put your answers in the comments below. Question number one. Have you ever experienced an Obon festival in Japan? Or have you ever experienced an Obon festival anywhere around the world? I know in Hawaii they have Obon festivals over there. I used to live there. Oh, there's my curry. I'm going to be eating this curry later on. It's Japanese style curry, a little bit different than Indian curry. It's kind of sweet, actually, but I like both. I like Indian and I like the Japanese style. Starbucks, we're going to probably hook up with you a little later on. And question number two. If you could join one Obon activity, which one would you choose? The dancing or going to the family graves to clean it, or would you like to celebrate it by, I don't know, just visiting family or friends or something like that? Personally, I go to Hard Rock Cafe to celebrate Obon myself, and it works out for me very, very, very well. So yeah, like I said, oh, there you go. That's scary. Don't know what that is. So yeah, families across Japan are celebrating Obon, and also they're cleaning the family graves. So basically, they go out to the grave sites and they really clean it up, and they kind of like pray and they kind of like talk to their ancestors. They offer food and they offer flowers, and yeah, okay, I'm going over there to the Hard Rock Cave like really super soon, okay? But these people here, what they're doing is they're scrambling for last minute tickets, and it's kind of like dwindling down to the last few Japanese people. I'm going to show you a little later on in this video. This guy here, I'm not sure what he's doing, but he seems to be kind of lost. I try to help him, but he kind of walked away from me. Maybe my Japanese wasn't so good. And this guy here is standing in front of me. Now, what he has in his bag there, it looks like trash, but it really isn't. What it is he's going to give some sweets or candies to his relatives. Now, I'm getting back on the train here because I got to get out of here. And after the Hard Rock Cafe, I have to go back. Now, this is what they're buying for their relatives. These kind of sweet. I'm gonna kind of do a little twist over here to show you guys a little bit more about what they're buying. These are quite expensive. Some are expensive, not or not. Some are not. Some are. Some aren't. Some aren't. And anyway, these here, these are like cookies and sweets and candies that they give to their relatives, aunties and uncles, and grandparents and things like that, And they really do want to get back there. They leave Tokyo, they go back out there to the rural areas, and it takes hours and hours for them to look at it. It's where did they go? Everybody's gone. And then when I get back on the train, just take a look here. Everybody is completely gone. It's only me on the train after the Hard Rock Cafe. So now I'm going to go home. Thank you very much for watching this video. But super bonus coming up. Thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out over here again with me. I really do appreciate it. We're getting a lot of people asking a lot of questions about Japan. And if you guys have any questions out there about anything about Japan, or if you want me to go somewhere specifically across Japan to make a video, something that you're interested in. One of my viewers was interested in Obon. That's why we did this video. So I did a kind of a deep research into it, and I found out a lot of stuff. And I asked a lot of my Japanese friends over here, what do their families do and things like that. So I hope this was helpful. And again, if you guys have anything that you want me to do over here in Japan in terms of getting there, making a video about it, and getting you the information, I'd be more than happy to do that. Thank you very much. And as always, aloha.